Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel and watching my content. As y'all can see, the last live got a lot of traction there, and I know a lot of y'all mad. Canelo called me last night. He said, "What's wrong, Papi? You gonna let me go out like that? You gotta let me go." So I gotta get this get back from my boy Canelo, son. I can't let my boy go out like that. I must avenge Canelo, son. And that's the plan. We're gonna do it right now, y'all. Stay tuned. I'm gonna attempt to avenge Canelo on the hardest difficulty. Let's get it.
Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in.
Undisputed, hardest difficulty. 12 rounds. Let's get it. It's for you, Canelo. I can't let you go out like that, bro.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford, 5'7" tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds, bang on, with a reach of 47 inches. And standing across from him, one of the greatest to ever do it, the boxing legend, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division, multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a four-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Let me get locked in. And yes, this isn't an AI fight, guys. This is me avenging Canelo. I got to, bro.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country.
Viva la
mile.
Mexico.
Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Unlucky to miss with that jab. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
Todd, this is something you can never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
It's a very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Blocks that left hook. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Solid straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
All right, feeling them out. Shit, man. He's might have to work that body, Paul. I gotta get him tired though, so might lose a couple of rounds, but I'm gonna step it up here. I'm a bit swollen already. I start letting him know what time it is.
Here we go. It's round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. These two fighters are made for one another. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Caught him there with a right hook.
I don't like how my punches are missing, but his are going through.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Good counter punching. Got out of the way of that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far.
All right, body is key. All right, guys, maintain our stamina. Don't get caught in a war, and keep hitting that body when he's open. Canelo is a very strong body puncher, so I'm relying on that. Yes, I'm cut, but we got this. Crawford is strong, but that body is going to be the end of him.
On to the third.
I got you, Canelo.
That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Failing to score with that right hook. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice job blocking the left hook. These two were made for each other.
So I ain't even gonna complain about the shots I just missed that I should have got, but
He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
man, I gotta just play it safe, man. Box him, don't waste too much stamina. He's going for my body now, so I got it.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. And that hook misses. Every time they drop their guard.
That is not good.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh my word, Canelo just
How did he hit
clipped.
me? I'll be honest. I don't know how he hit me there, guys. I'm gonna get that get back.
That was back into the fray here in round
He
5.
went low, but it hit me in the
Really
face.
strong round. Let's see if
Oh,
they can finish the
yo.
job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the...
Some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
He misses with that jab. Look how they're covering up their body now. They know it's been compromised. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Hook misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
All right, my cut's becoming an issue, so we got to step it up a notch now and finish him. Yeah.
Let's start the 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover now.
Y'all got winning so far, man.
We've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
No rest for the weary. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Unlucky to miss. Hold that thought! Crawford's legs are all over the place. How are they still standing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice exchange here from both men. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. You don't want to trade shots. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talking about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Stay focused. You've completely switched up. Get your
Take a round to maintain stamina, man. I'm gonna let him try to finish me off this round. Pause. Really protect my face. We're gonna check my cut soon.
There's the bell to start round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
They exchange punches. Good defense with that left jab. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Blocks that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
All right, I'm going to start chipping away, y'all.
This fight is important. Every
My
second,
cut's
every
getting
minute of
worse.
this round is important.
There's the bell to start round 8.
Revenge for Canelo, son.
How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Counter shot lands. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They're both trying for a knockout. Couldn't land that jab. They caught him with a left hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Big round, relax. Just keep him on the edge of that jab, alright?
There's the bell to start round 9. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They stopped the hook there. Their jab just got blocked. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
How much confidence confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outclass a fight and beat them on points.
That right hook catching air. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. This is the 10th. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Good counter punching. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything.
I have to end this round.
No excuse for gassing out.
Oh God, revenge for Canelo.
There's the bell to start round 11. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Lucky that hook didn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Crawford in trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's
Yo,
in
this a
better
close
shape.
fight. I have to end it. I'm going to put everything out there this round for you, Canelo, man. I hope you win the fight. Shout out to Terence Crawford. You're a great champion. But, rock with Canelo, man. Canelo.
On to the 12th. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an ending out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good counter punch. Missing with the hook. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
He blocks the hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Let's see who won. Let's go. Revenge for Canelo, son. Revenge for Canelo, son.
Unanimous decision. That is mad.
I don't care how y'all say I won in the comments. Y'all could critique it, whatever. This on the hardest difficulty. That power's crazy. Just play it smart, Canelo. If I wasn't cut, I would have went a little crazy, but we got the W. All 3 judges scored. Canelo. Shout out to my boy Canelo, man. Terence Crawford, again, you're nothing against you, man. You're a great champion. Y'all both great fighters, but I had to get that get back from my boy. Y'all have a good one, man.